Now that you know that your credit score is a number that comes from your credit report, let's talk about all the different things that can impact your credit score. There are many different ways to calculate a credit score. The two major scoring companies in the US are FICO and VantageScore. The ingredients needed for a FICO-licious and Vantalicious credit score are payment history, credit utilization ratio, age of credit accounts, mix of credit accounts, and new credit inquiries. FICO and VantageScore differ a little in how much of each ingredient they use in their credit score recipes, but they do agree on the two most important ingredients. Payment history and credit utilization make up more than half of your credit score. So we want you to focus on making all your debt payments on time and keeping your credit utilization low. FICO says payment history accounts for 35% of your score. VantageScore doesn't give percentages, but it calls payment history extremely influential. Your ability to make payments towards your credit cards and loan balances on time are critical to your credit score. A late payment will not only result in an additional late fee, but will also be reported to the credit bureaus and show up on your credit report. If you ever accidentally forget to make a payment, make sure to make arrangements to pay it as soon as possible. It's better to have a late payment within 30 days than an overdue payment of 60 days, 90 days, or 180 days on your credit report. Once you make a late payment, you can expect to see it on your credit report for the next 7 to 10 years. Remember, the amount of your credit limit that you use, expressed as a percentage, is called credit utilization. FICO says the amount of available credit you use counts for 30% of your score, while VantageScore calls credit utilization highly influential. The good news is that the score damage from having a high credit utilization can be reversed. Once you pay a high balance down and the creditor reports it to the credit bureaus, the damage disappears and your credit score goes up. You should try to keep your credit utilization as low as possible. You can do this by charging less than 30% of your available credit limit to your credit card. This means if you have a credit card with a $2,000 credit limit, you should not carry a balance on that card over $600. Requesting a credit limit increase every 6 to 12 months can also make keeping a credit utilization low easier. Just promise us that you will avoid paying interest so you can protect your net worth. Now, if you consistently make all your loan payments on time and keep your credit utilization low, you're going to be on track to having a credit score in the 700s. However, in order to increase your credit score even more, you will need a mix of credit accounts, limited hard inquiries, and a longer credit history. That doesn't mean that you need to go open a variety of credit accounts just to raise your credit score. Ultimately, it's more important to increase the value of your assets than it is to increase your credit score. And know that anytime a lender checks your credit score, that is considered a hard inquiry. So if you're at a store and someone says, "Oh, do you want to see if you qualify for a store credit card?" Don't just hand over your social security number so easily, because that is a hard inquiry. Last thing I want you to consider as you reflect on the factors that impact your credit score is that you want to be careful with who you add as an authorized user to your accounts. If you add your hermano as an authorized user and he chooses to go on a shopping spree and he increases your credit utilization, his financial choices will show up on both of your credit reports. So ten cuidado with whom you decide to give credit card access to. Let's review what we covered in this lesson. There are many models and companies that calculate credit scores. The two major scoring companies are FICO and VantageScore. Your payment history and credit utilization are the two most important factors that impact your credit score. The mix of credit accounts, number of hard inquiries, and length of your credit history have a less significant impact on your credit score, but still matter. Anyone who has permission to use your credit cards as an authorized user can impact your credit report and your credit score. So be careful about who you give that privilege to. Thank you for being here and learning about what impacts your credit score. Ahora, let's go learn about some credit card mentiras. See you in the next lesson.